Thank you so much for joining me here today for this wonderful, gentle chair yoga practice. I have a group with me on Zoom from Breastfriends in Tigard, Oregon. If you or someone you know might benefit from their support, please click on the link to their website in the description below. As I said, this is a chair yoga practice, so make sure that you are safe. Meaning that if you have a chair that has wheels on it, that it's not going to go sliding out from underneath you, and also that you can have your feet on the ground. If the chair doesn't allow your feet to be on the ground, you can use a yoga block, or you can improvise with something similar, maybe a Harry Potter book, a thick book of some nature, or an Amazon box that you haven't unpacked just yet, step stool, ottoman, whatever works for you. I'm a big lover of improvisation, if I can say the word even. I don't know, there was a movie when I was a kid, when problems arise, improvise, and that's always stuck with me for some reason. So once you find yourself in your seat, and once you can feel your feet on the ground, and of course, if it's cold where you are, you can be wearing socks, slippers even if necessary. And just begin to come into your body. And by that, I mean, let go of all the planning, the ruminating, wondering what you might have for lunch later, or worrying about your kids. Whatever is going on in your life, this is time for you. So begin to gather yourself into yourself, and maybe even soften or close your eyes. Let's take a few of those lovely cleansing breaths. Inhale through the nose, and as you exhale, exhale out your nose or mouth with a nice big sigh. Do that a couple more times in your own timing, maybe stopping for a regular breath or two in between. And as you find that exhale, just increase your commitment to let go of anything else that might be going on in your life right now, just letting it go. And just notice how that feels in your body. And beginning here to direct your focus to your experience in your body by feeling your feet on the ground, feeling your palms resting in your lap, feeling how it feels to be sitting in your chair with all of that support underneath you. Relax your shoulders, your face, your jaw. Let yourself come fully present to yourself. And then here we'll just begin by getting a little bit of movement in the neck. So imagine you've got a pencil right here on the tip of your nose, and you just want to draw some circles in the wall in front of you, or in the air actually. Hopefully you're not sitting that close to a wall. But we're just going to start with some little tiny circles here with the nose. And you might begin to make these circles a little bit bigger and keep them nice and slow. And notice all the sounds you might hear as you rotate. You might begin to get the circles a little bit bigger. And the next time your chin comes down towards your chest, reverse those circles. Maybe starting as big as you ended in the first direction, and begin to make them smaller. And just listening to what your neck has to say, if anything. And then we'll come right back to center. And then let's take that right ear towards the right shoulder. So just let your head be heavy. We're not pushing or forcing anything. Let your left shoulder be soft. Relax it down. Notice how that feels in the left side of your neck. And then if it feels nice to you, you might just tilt your chin down towards your right collarbone. Soft shoulders, relaxed jaw. Just notice how that little change makes a difference in the sensations in your left arm, your left shoulder, your upper back, the side of your neck. One more inhale right here, and then let's exhale to bring that chin down to the chest. And then inhale to bring it back up on top of your spine. And just take a second here to notice how your left shoulder might feel a little bit different than your right shoulder now. And then we'll take the left ear towards the left shoulder. Notice where you feel your breath. See if you can soften a little bit more with each exhale. If you like, you might tilt your chin down towards that left collarbone. Soften the muscles of your face. Relax that right shoulder down. One more inhale right here. And then let's exhale to bring the chin back towards the chest. And then once again, inhale your head right up to the top of your spine. Just noticing how that affected your body, how the quality of your thoughts might have changed. And then let's get a little bit more movement here. So bring your palms together and just begin to rub your hands together. Create a little bit of friction, create a little bit of heat. And just keep going, just keep going. Get those hands nice and warm. And then we'll bring one palm and then the other over the chest. Inhale and lift your chin up towards the sky. Just a nice little stretch here for the front of the throat. You might like to gently rock your ears from side to side. Just experiencing how this feels in your body. Being careful with the back of your neck as well. Only come back as far as your neck wants you to go. And then we're gonna, with the chin lifted, we're gonna open the mouth and then draw the chin back up towards the sky, almost as if you're trying to kiss the ceiling. Open and close. Couple more times. Next time your mouth is closed, we'll bring that head right back to the top of the spine, chin level to the earth. And then we'll just release the hands. And because everything is connected here, we're going to start with our fingers. Our fingers and toes don't typically get lots of love throughout our daily lives or even through a typical exercise program. But since we have our hands warmed up a bit, let's just extend that right hand out, palm up. And it can be resting down to your lap or up at shoulder height or anywhere in between, whatever works best for you. Take your left hand to your right pinky, and we're just going to kind of stretch that right pinky down towards the ground with the right palm up. And just notice how that creates sensation across your palm, maybe even into your thumb or your inner forearm. And then we'll move to the fourth finger, and then the third finger. And continue to move here to that index finger, keeping your face relaxed and your shoulders soft. And then finally the thumb. And then we're going to flip the right palm over, and we're just going to take the left hand to the thumb once again. And this time we're just going to gently pull. You might wiggle your fingers, a little massage motion here as you pull down the thumb a few times. And then we'll move to the index finger. And again, your hands can be very low or up to your shoulder height or anywhere in between here as well. And then on to that middle finger. And just being gentle here, massaging those joints in the hands. Just taking care. Everything is connected. So if we have elbow or shoulder issues, helping the hands to feel good can be helpful. And then we'll just shake that right hand out. And just a breath or two here before we move to the left side, just to notice the differences. How does your right hand feel compared to your left hand? Is it heavier, lighter, warmer, or cooler? This is a practice of yoga, is self-study. When we do things differently, can we change old patterns? And then we'll move on to the left side, beginning here with the pinky, just stretching downward, feeling what happens across the rest of your hand and in your arm. And then the fourth finger, and then the middle finger, index finger. Notice how that changes things. And again, with the thumb. Just being gentle. And then we'll flip the palm over and starting with the thumb, 2 or 3 or 4 times, just pulling the thumb out, finding a little bit of ease in the joints of the index finger. And then the middle finger. And then the fourth finger. And finally, the pinky finger. Then we'll just shake that left hand out and take a moment here to just notice how that might have changed things. Maybe not at all, maybe quite a bit, maybe somewhere in between. And then let's find a little gentle movement here for the shoulders. So the next time you inhale, we're just going to shrug the shoulders up towards the ears. And then exhale to send them down. Shrug them up as you inhale. Exhale to let them fall down. You might straighten your elbows as you shrug up, and then bend the elbows as you come down. Let's just do that a few more times. And we're not moving to our full expression of how far we can move. It's just a warm and comfortable movement, not pushing or forcing or coercing anything. The next time you lift the shoulders up towards the ears, let's loop them back and down. So let's inhale up. Exhale, loop them back and down. Just drawing the shoulder blades towards one another. Next time you draw the shoulders back and down, anchor them here, almost as if you're trying to tuck them in your back pockets. Let your heart be lifted. Little tuck of the chin to lengthen the back of the neck here. And then let's bring those palms together at the heart. You could have the elbows low or straight out to the sides, or again, anywhere in between. Everybody's different. So just taking that awareness of yourself into account. Let's take a full breath here. Inhale and exhale. And the next time you inhale, we're gonna flip the palms so that they are horizontal. Right hand in front of the left, and we're gonna hook the fingers and gently pull. Inhale here, and then press the palms together to exhale. And then this time the right hand is on the back, hook the fingers, pull and inhale. Exhale, press together. And we'll just go back and forth. Right hand in the front, little gentle pull. Exhale, press. Right hand in back. Inhale and pull. Exhale to press. Let's do that twice more in each direction. Move at your own timing. Just being very gentle. Next time the right hand's on the back is the last time. We'll exhale and press the palms together. One more inhale here. And then as you exhale, release your hands once again. And you might shake your shoulders a little bit, or even release your hands and shake your arms out a bit. Just notice what you notice here. You might close your eyes once again or soften your gaze and notice any places in your body that are feeling discomfort, any places that are feeling tight or tense. And just notice them with gentleness, with compassion. I always like to think about these parts of myself as like my cat. I have a cat, but maybe you have a dog, or I have granddaughters as well. So maybe you might think about these parts of your body as small children. And when they ask for our attention, we don't typically say, "Oh, stop it. I wish you'd just go away. Leave me alone." We say, "Oh, goodness, how can I be here for you? How can I help you? What can I give you?" So just having that attitude towards yourself and all the parts of your body, whether they're feeling great today or not, just being compassionate and loving to yourself. And then let's get a little bit of spinal movement here today. So we'll go side to side here. So you might start with your hands on your lap at your hips, or right down at your sides, depending on your chair and how that works for you. Inhale to press into your heels, press into your sit bones, and as you exhale, we're just going to hinge over to the right. Inhale to come back up to center, and then exhale to hinge over to the left. Now you might stay right here with the arms nice and low. If you're taking care of shoulders, you might want to stay right with this movement, moving at your own time with your breath. If you want to get a little bit more movement, you might sweep your left arm up any amount as you tilt right. Come back to center and then sweep your right arm up any amount as you tilt down towards the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, tilt. Inhale, center. Exhale to tilt. One more time, let's inhale to center. We'll exhale to tilt right. Again, the hand can be anywhere you like. And we're just gonna rock a little forward and back here, very gently. So as you're tilted to the right, you might look to the sky and then down towards the ground. You can have your arm anchored or lifted. You might keep your right hand to your chair or your hip as you rotate here. Let's all of us come back to center and inhale back to that tall spine. And then we'll tilt down to the left. We're just going to hang out here and breathe. And maybe this is enough, but perhaps you want a little movement. So you might tilt to look down at the ground and then open up your heart and gaze towards the sky. Hands can be wherever it works best for your body. So you might change it up a little bit. You might have your arm lifted and decide, nope, lower is better, or vice versa. And then let's inhale back to center. And once again, we'll just loop the shoulders up and back and down a couple times. And then getting some movement in the spine. Once again, our spine moves in 6 ways. So we did side to side. Now we're going to do some flexion. So we're going to open up the heart, a little arch in the back as you draw the shoulders back. And then draw the belly button up towards your spine. Let your shoulders come forward a bit. Open up as you inhale and come inward as you exhale. Now you could keep this movement very subtle, or you could get a little bit deeper. Maybe as you inhale, you open up that throat again, open up across the collarbones and look up to the sky. Maybe as you exhale, your chin comes all the way down to your chest and you rock back a little bit. Whatever expression of this seated cat and cow works for you. You could also get your arms involved any amount. So maybe lifting your hands from your knees and reaching forward as you exhale into cat pose. And maybe opening up your arms as you look up, inhaling into cow pose. So whatever works for you. Again, you can always explore your edge here. And if you go beyond your edge, if you push past sensation into pain, come back to something a little bit more subtle. You might keep your arms down low, or you might start to lift them out to shoulder height, or even up alongside your ears. Just a few more rounds here. Move at your own pace with your breath. A lot of snap, crackle, and pop happening over here. You might be listening to some sounds from your spine as well. One more time, let's all inhale, find that nice back bend, and then exhale to come back to your tall spine. Rest your hands and just take notice of what's happening for you now. How does that affect your biochemistry? How does that affect your heartbeat, your breath? And then let's get a little twisting motion here in the body. So you might start with your hands in your lap or maybe on your heart. We'll inhale a tall spine right here at the center and then exhale to twist to the right. Inhale back to center and exhale to twist to the left. And as always, you're going to move at your own pace with your breath. And you can get your arms as involved as you like, and you can make your twists as deep as you like. So you might keep your arms down or at your heart, or maybe you begin to open up as you twist right. Come back to center, open up as you twist left. Come back to center. Keep a nice tall spine. Keep the muscles of your face relaxed. Release your jaw. Once more to each side. Next time you go to the left is the last time. We'll all meet back here at the center and then release your hands once again to your lap. And since Thanksgiving was yesterday, many of us might have had a rather rich or big meal yesterday that we don't normally do. So we're going to give a little love to our digestive system. I'm going to stand up just so you can see what I'm doing. You can stand or stay seated. But we're going to bring both hands to the low belly here. And we're just going to make some circles over to the right, up the right side of the abdomen. And then when you reach the ribs, we'll go across to the left and down the left side. And then back across the bottom, up the right, across to the left, and down. So just continuing to move in gentle circles. We go in this direction because the right side has the ascending colon, the liver, the gallbladder. Then we've got the stomach around the center, and then the pancreas and the descending colon on the left side. So just keep very gentle with your movements. This is also not just supportive for our digestive system, but the organs of elimination. And it's also really good for our lymphatic system because we've got lots of lymph nodes in the abdomen, and the passageways of the lymph are interwoven all throughout those organs. So you might begin to make those circles a little bit smaller just so we can get all of the belly until you come right to the center, about at the belly button. And then we'll just release the hands, maybe shake them out a little bit. And then let's just get a little bit of movement for the lower body as well here. So let's step that right foot out to the right as much as feels good to you. And we're going to straighten that left leg. So it's probably going to take a little reorienting yourself on your chair. So I'm going to turn so that my right knee is off the right side of the chair. And then just send that left leg out nice and long. So the whole sole of the left foot is on the ground and the whole sole of the right foot is on the ground. And again, if they can't reach the ground, put something up underneath them to bring the ground a little closer to you. This is a supported warrior two legs. You might keep your hands at your hips or at your heart, or you could extend them out long and turn to look over your right hand, coming into warrior two. Relax your shoulders down, release your jaw. Couple breaths right here in stillness, or if you'd like to find some movement here, you can inhale, lengthen to your spine here at center, and exhale to reach that left arm around towards the right. Inhale to open up, maybe look left. Exhale to draw them together at the right. So you might be tracking your left thumb here. And again, the arms can be at shoulder height or at your waist. Maybe if you're practicing at the waist, you're rotating here in the torso. Let's do that one more time. Twisting to the right. And then release your hands if they're lifted and come back to center for a few moments. Just noticing once again the difference in your hips, your thighs, your feet. And then we'll do that on the opposite side. So let's step the left leg out to the left. And if your chair allows, you might be right here at the front of your chair. I feel like this is a little more sturdy for me, being on the corner of the chair. Once you have yourself grounded, both feet fully on the ground, pressing into both heels, decide if you want your hands at your hips, your heart, or extended out from side to side. We'll start looking out over those left fingers. One more inhale here, and then exhale to twist to look left. So again, we're either opening up or just moving in the shoulders, the ribs, and the waist. Inhale as you open, as you extend. Exhale as you twist and draw those hands towards one another. One more time, we'll close that off and then we'll open back up and reorient ourselves again to the front of the chair. Come back to closing your eyes if that feels safe, or softening your gaze. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel all 10 toes touching. Feel your palms resting in your lap. Visualize your spine and each and every vertebra of the spine. Let your inner awareness travel upward to the base of your skull. Relax your shoulders. And let's just take a few moments to be with the breath. So one way to anchor ourselves to the breath is to count the breath. So as you inhale, you might count to yourself 1. And as you exhale, 2. And the next inhale would be 3. And the next exhale would be 4, and so on. So we're going to try to get to 10 here. And the mindfulness challenge is to continue all the way up to 10. And if your thinking mind wants to take over, start planning what you're going to do later this afternoon or this weekend, just come back to the 1. So we'll just give that 1 full minute here to practice that. As you're here, relax the muscles of your face. Notice any areas of your body that might be talking to you in discomfort. And notice them with love, with compassion. Allow yourself to be fully present for yourself. Just a couple more breaths here. And then as you're ready, once again, let's loop those shoulders up and down and back a few times. Make a few more circles with your nose in one direction. And then the other. Let's extend the arms or let them hang by your side and just wiggle the fingers or shake the hands out. You might open and close the fingers, extending them and curling them in. And then hold on to your chair and just extend your right foot. We'll make some circles here in the right ankle, couple, 3 in each direction. Wiggle those toes. And then put that right foot back on the ground, extend the left foot, few circles in each direction here. Wiggle the toes. And set that left foot back down once again. And then if you like, you can join me in bringing your hands to your heart. Thank you so much for practicing this yoga class with me today. I really appreciate each and every one of you spending your time with me today, spending your time with yourself here today. May the light and the love that is within me honor that same light and love within each of you. Namaste.